Hello, Beachbody champions. Holy crap. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm totally not freaking out right now. Totally freaking out. Okay, I don't see anybody on live yet, so I'm going to give it a second to see who jumps on. When you jump on, please say hi and calm my crazy nerves. Hey, Roxy, a familiar face. That makes me feel good to see you. Hey, Allie, I see my team jumping on. Gosh, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And excuse me as I'm like just kind of freaking out. This is super surreal for me right now. I'm going to turn off the comments because I'm going to be so distracted. But super surreal, very humbling that I was asked to come speak to you guys today. And so I really appreciate your love and for you to show up today. Okay, so we're going to get right to it. All right. You know what's really cool about Beachbody and coaching is that that moment when you're like doing something that you thought you would never ever do, and then when it comes to realization, right? Like pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and then like just freaking going for it. That's one of the things I love about this business is it challenges you to constantly grow as a person, constantly to crush fear and push through it and come out on the other side. And it's so fun because you're always better for it, right? Like it's so scary, but you're always better for it. So that's something that is always fun. Okay, so let's get right to it. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about me. And then I'm going to get right to helping you guys. I'm hoping that I can just bring some truth to you guys, bring some passion, and maybe something I say to you today will have you totally have that mindset shift into helping you to change something about your business, and most importantly, helping you to really embrace your team and lead your team into greatness, because that's really what this is all about. So a little bit about me. Obviously, my name is Keishia. I'm a physical therapist. I have 2 kiddos, a little girl that's 5, a little boy that's 3. I do still work as a physical therapist part-time. I'm in pediatric PT currently at the moment and have my own little gig set up for that. And then, you know, of course, I'm a coach. And so my life is crazy busy, just like probably a lot of you guys and a lot of you guys that will watch this recording later. That, you know, that's been me in my life. I'm, you know, working full time and or was working part time. Busy, don't have time to jump on these calls live, and that's totally cool too, so you'll get to catch the recording. But so I have been a coach since July 2015, so I'm at that like 2.5 year, it'll be 3 years in July mark. Okay, and I'll tell you a little bit about how Beachbody came into my life. I lost my dad, and it'll be 3 years next month in March, and I was in a really dark place. I was 35 pounds overweight, I had 2 young kids, and I was just running ragged in life. And God really spoke to me as far as just opened my eyes and made me realize that I really needed to change my life. So I discovered Beachbody, and it was the fitness that was going to, you know, fit into my busy life, right? And so I have a funny story, as in I didn't like buy from a coach and join as a coach from the beginning. No, I was too stubborn for all of that. I found all the stuff on Pinterest, and I watched some chick named Tanya on YouTube do the 21-day fix. I used my measuring cups at home and did the program that way because I was too cheap to buy it. One day, my coach, Mandy Abney, shout out to my coach, Mandy, came across my newsfeed and was talking about a group. And for some reason, she let me into her group. No idea why, but she let me in to her community without purchasing anything or anything like that. So I have a different viewpoint on that than some other people do, because that's the way I entered in. And then I love the community. She talked me into trying Shakeology, which I was skeptic about. And if you're a skeptic here, like I said, being a doctor of physical therapy, I was too good for that stuff. When she talked to me about the coaching opportunity, I was certainly too good for that. And I didn't want anything to do with it. But I bought 21-Day Fix Extreme Challenge Pack with Shakeology, signed up for the discount, told her I would probably return Shakeology because I was sure it was crap. And obviously I loved it, and but I still didn't intend to help anybody. And she just continued to be there with me in the community. One day I felt like God was calling me to share my story on social media. And let me tell you, when I started coaching, I was in a really, really dark place, guys. I was not happy. I was not, I was definitely not extroverted. I didn't have a ton of friends. I had just done a good Facebook clean out. And I had about 300 Facebook friends when I started coaching 2.5 years ago. And so, but I decided to share my story on social media because I felt like if I could do this and get healthier, it could help somebody else do it too. And luckily, I had a few people reach out, and I decided to start helping them. And that's where my coaching journey began. And I quickly caught wind of the power that this has to change the lives of other people, because it changed mine first, and I really wanted to change other people, right? So I got to Diamond relatively quickly. I got to 1 star relatively quickly by getting my husband's account to Diamond, right? You all been there. But here's the deal. I set a Diamond, or at 1 star lifetime, but really Diamond, for a while. Okay, so last year, if you were in the network in 2017, then it was a rough year, you know, for Beachbody. A lot of the groups were super negative and all of that kind of stuff. And I had to really look at myself and be like, all right, Keishia, are you in this or are you out? Like, you going to do this thing or are you going to just stay where you are? Because I had been at 1 star lifetime for a year. And the truth was I let my husband's count fall. So I was sitting at Diamond. And I was like, am I going to do something or am I not? And here's the thing is, like, I had a team. I did. I had a team, and I love my team. The Legacy Project, shout out to my girls, because, you know, you see all the accolades, you see that we're that I'm a 3-star coach and all that kind of stuff, but don't even let that blind you in the fact that it's 100% my team. So I'm here representing my team, the Legacy Project, or our team, the Legacy Project. So anyways, I had this team of amazing women. I didn't feel like I wasn't allowing my mind to get into the negative mindset of I was attracting the wrong people and they're just lazy and they don't get it. You know, all this kind of stuff that, like, I'd been there before in my coaching journey and been frustrated with my coaches. And I had to take a really hard look at myself in the summer last year and be like, you know, are you really attracting the wrong people, or is the problem you, Keishia? Is the problem you? See, the thing is, it's like I was hitting Success Club. I was showing up, right? But my coaches weren't hitting Success Club. And was that for the lack of effort? Or was that because I wasn't leading them in the right way? Now, I get it. I know. I'm one of those coaches that came into the network and I didn't have, you know, an upline. My coach was newer. I didn't have a strong upline. Didn't have a bunch of training. Like, yes, you can create your own way. You are your own CEO, right? But until your team can, like, catch the Beachbody bug, you know, like, make some money, feel the impact of this opportunity. It's so hard to get people, call them into action. Here's the truth is Beachbody in itself attracts the busy woman, right? Or attracts the busy people. So it attracts the person who doesn't have time to go to the gym, who can't fit health and fitness into their life, who feel like they're struggling to spend any time on themselves, right? That's the person that we speak to every day to get into our challenge groups. And those are the people that we cater to, that we help them to discover that taking care of themselves is important, right? We help them to discover how, you know, important your mindset is and help them to change that. We do all of those things, right, in these challenge groups. So naturally, a lot of those people are who we attract to be as coaches, who are amazing people with amazing transformations, who know the gifts that we have to give. But when they're so super busy and then we're asking them to run a business, like, they literally sometimes don't have time in their life, even if they want to. And if we're not making the business manageable for them to, like, have success, I mean, let's be real, people. If your coaches aren't making money, you're hitting Success Club and you're making some money, but your coaches aren't making money, they're not going to stay around, right? Like, no matter how big the transformation, how much they love it, like, it has to make sense for them to be sacrificing some time away and pouring into this business. You got to help them to make some money. So that was, you know, I was preaching power hours. I was preaching all this stuff to my team. But here it was. This was just this past November. And I looked at our team, I looked at our downline, and I had, you know, again, I had hit Success Club. I had another coach in Success Club. And I had a lot of coaches that were not in Success Club. I had a lot of coaches that weren't even able to bring people in and sell Beachbody on demand for $40 for 3 months, like, doing nothing. And I had to question, was that their fault or was that my fault? And I recognized that, honestly, it was, I took the blame. It was on me. We were having team calls. I was showing up. I had the training. You know, you see the coach that's having success and they're doing it this way, so you need to reach and grab and do it that way. So you revamp it all and do it and teach it to your team. What happens though is that so, like, that overwhelms them. And so that's where we were, right? So I had this team of busy women who were amazing and who wanted to change lives, but I wasn't making it manageable for them. And here's the thing, I was teaching power hours and all that kind of stuff, which is amazing. And so many coaches in the network have amazing success at that. And if that is working for your business, don't you dare stop it. Don't you dare. But for me, I had to recognize, like, I had not built my business on power hours. I never do a power hour because I just don't have time between my 2 kids and PT and running and being in the car, you know, mom taking the kids everywhere. I didn't have time. I was building my business in pockets of time. That wasn't what I was teaching my coaches. And so I had to really be reflective on what I was doing and see if I could make it more manageable for them. So I'm going to talk about power pockets today. I'm not talking about long power pockets of time of 30 to 45 minutes of time. No, I'm going to talk about quick 5 to 10 minute behaviors that you can start doing, and most importantly, helping your team to start doing to get the vital behaviors in to actually take action and start helping the people that you want to help and grow the business and grow the team that you want to grow. I'm going to share with you what was game changing for our team when we went from a diamond team in November and, like, I don't know, number 600 and something in the network to a 4-star qualifying team currently right now and number 118 in the network as of January. And this, I'm going to tell you what changed the business for us, okay? So again, we talked about the busy woman, right? And I changed the fact that our team was bringing in people, and I was teaching my coaches to be leaders and run their own challenge groups, right? We are starting and stopping challenge groups. You need to be a leader and create your own challenge group. You need to create a banner on Canva. You need to schedule these posts. Even if I'd already created the post for them, that takes time, right? You need to do this. You need to get all the people in. If you're using the Challenge Tracker app, you need to enter them all in through the email, like all this stuff. And so what was happening is my busy, super busy coaches that were barely fitting their own health and fitness journey into their life, I was asking them to do a power hour, but not only that, I was asking them to open and close groups and create all this different stuff, and that was paralyzing them into no action. They didn't want to bring anybody on because they didn't feel like they could support them. They didn't have time to coach anybody, right? So I had to recognize, like, we got to change this up. We got to change this up. And so I had to really recognize that the best way, so here's an example for you guys. I'm in the medical field, so I think medical, my brain goes there. So if you were diagnosed with cancer, God forbid, if you were diagnosed with cancer, would you want one doctor helping you on your journey, or would you want a team of doctors to help you on your journey? Well, flip, yeah, you better give me the team. I want all the minds in to help me, right? And so I think the same is exactly with what we do here with Beachbody is, if I have a woman that's in a really dark spot and she wants, you know, she needs to come out of this dark hole and she needs to get fit and she needs to get healthy, and I want to help her to build this business and all that kind of stuff, like, isn't it so much better if we do that as a team than putting all that pressure on one person? Aren't we serving them so much more if we as a team come together and can serve them? So now I wanted to create, I had this vision to create this community where not only did my challengers get me as their coach, but they got my team. Because I have some coaches on there that freaking crush it and are good at all the things that I suck at, right? I'm doing my people a disservice to bring them in for just me to help. Like, I want them to know my other coaches. I want them to experience the amazing part of all of them, right? So building this community. So we decided to do everything together. We changed the game, right? So how that looks for our team really quickly is, because when I get into the power pockets, you've got to have this foundation to understand our system and the way it works. So we have a big Facebook community. We are all the Legacy Project. It's not just my team, it's my entire team's team. So we have various leaders, but we're all the Legacy Project. We have a Legacy Project community. And so when we bring someone in, they get dropped into our Facebook community. There's no more new welcome challenger email series. I personally hate email, by the way. There's no email challenger series. There's not like a million messages that my coaches that are busy have to think about sending to get their person ready to get in the challenge group. No. Okay, so we just have this one big community, and there's a document in there. There's a file of all this stuff that we have, got together, the logistics of teaching them how to access Beachbody on demand and prep week and all of that kind of stuff. It's all in one big file. So my coaches, they get to just concentrate on bringing in the people. Then they introduce them into our community and they tag them in this document to help them get started. And then we all welcome them with open arms, and we're all excited to coach them. The coaches and then the challengers that aren't even coaches yet are excited to invite them into our community, right, and help them on their journey. So we do also use the Challenge Tracker app, but we use that just for accountability. So we also will plug them in there. We let our challengers know you're to log your stuff. If you want accountability from your coach, then you would need to log your workout. You need to log your shake and stuff like that in there. And I check accountability. My people know I check them twice. Twice a week, you're going to get a message from me. I'm going to see if you're logging, and I'm going to check in on you and see what I can help you with. But other than that, everything flows in this Facebook community. So if I go on vacation, my people don't miss me. They know my other coaches too. They're still involved, right? Same for my other coaches. So we're making this business manageable by helping out each other as a team. So the key to this business is duplication. If you're not duplicating, you don't have a business. Trust me, I've hit high SC numbers. I can hit Success Club 50 or above, but that hasn't built my business. That hasn't changed the game. That wasn't building a team. That was just me doing it, but my team couldn't do it. I wasn't paving the way for them to do it. And so that's what I had to change. My mission in November was, I don't care if I don't hit Success Club this month. I got to help my coaches do it. I got to get them to make some money. I want to change their life, their financial future. I want them to feel what coaching is for me. I want them to discover that passion. So that single change has helped us to do that. And gosh, it's brought our coaching family so much closer. We all just love each other, our entire downline. It's amazing. It can happen. You don't have to feel frustrated with your people. You can help them to succeed. So for me, I had to just take a look in the mirror and recognize that I wasn't serving my team like I could. And again, it's different for every team, but that's the way my team needed to be served. Okay, so let's do Power Pockets and let's talk about it. Okay, I'm sitting here in my kitchen and my leg's asleep. Let me transition my position here before I get into Power Pockets, okay? So Power Pockets, again, I'm preaching to the busy woman, okay? The woman that's got a million things going on in her life, but maybe she wants to escape that, right? She wants to escape the hamster wheel and she wants to build this business. But life is crazy, okay? So I'll put, I don't know if it's the best to keep it organized to put it in the comment section of this training when I'm done, but I'll put our little checklist on there. We don't have secrets around the Legacy Project. We're all about helping and paying it forward. So I'll get our checklist and drop it in there too, so you guys have it. So Power Pocket number 1. So let's talk for a second about what we all do. Okay, we all are busy, yeah, but we all also are, we waste a lot of time. And we waste time on social media, and we tell ourselves that we're working when really we're not doing income producing activities. Now, I'm going to talk about the vital behaviors, and I know you're going to roll your eyes and be like, oh, the vital behaviors, but they really are. Coaching is so simple. We've made it so complicated. When I first came into this network, honestly, it was really hard to find training. It wasn't like it is now. There wasn't all this training like there is now. And so now, even though there's so much, it's paralyzing at times. And I really had to get back to the basics of let's keep coaching simple, because guys, it's simple. You don't have to have the hugest social media following. You don't have to run ads. You don't have to do any of those things. You can build this business without all the fluff. Okay, so power pocket number 1. The first thing that you do, if you don't do this, then praise Lord Jesus to you, because you're different than me. But you set your alarm on your phone, okay, and your alarm goes off in the morning, and the first thing you do, you probably hit snooze. But once you're done hitting snooze, you're going to start the Facebook scroll, right? Or the Instagram scroll, or whatever. You're doing the scroll. And you're just wasting time. And like before you know it, you've wasted freaking 10 minutes just sitting there scrolling, waking up. So now I teach my coaches, and this is something I'd been doing for a while, but I wasn't teaching. When that alarm goes off and you pick up your phone, that's power pocket number 1, girlfriend. And what you do is you're going to add 10 people to your network. Now, I'm not going to go into how to add friends. Ruth Schroner has a great video in here about how to add friends. Don't overcomplicate this, people. Do not overcomplicate this. This is social media, and it is made for connection. It is not weird that you want to be someone else's friend. No, girl, it's not. Don't tell yourself that. This business is all about mindset, and if you're not doing personal development every day, that's got to be your number 1 game changer, okay? Personal development. Listen to it. Don't tell yourself you have to read it. No, you can listen. Make it fit into your life. So add 10 friends, okay? I teach them after you add 10 friends, put your phone down and go live life. Go get your kids ready for school. Go get ready for school or work yourself. Whatever you got to do. Go make your coffee, chill, do something else, right? You done power pocket number 1. Boom. Go live life. The next time you go to reach for your phone, power pocket number 2. Before you do the scroll, it's power pocket number 2. Okay, so that power pocket number 2 is connect with 5 people. So let me give you a little bit of background. Again, I run my business primarily from my phone, 90% of the time. My team does too, okay? So I have to teach some things that are duplicatable for them on the go. So we use Gmail Streak for tracking. Okay, again, I've already told you I hate email. So Gmail Streak has amazing features that can help you to send mass emails and stuff like that. And if email's your jam, then you can totally use all that. Email's not my jam, and I think people overcomplicate things. And so we use Gmail Streak in its simplest form. And that is just for entering people in and to move them through a process. So I teach my team from the beginning to set up a very simple Gmail Streak system on their computer, and then they download the app and all of it's there. So I think we all teach our teams to make a list of people, right? So their list of people goes into their streak in column 1. However their brain works, that's their list, okay? In the first column. Now this is something I did don't think of your list just as the social media people, okay? That's going to come into play in a second. Think of your list too. Like, don't forget the people that are watching you every day in real life. We live life, right? Like, don't forget your coworkers, your family members, your friends, your cousins, those that you care about the most. Like, when you recognize the gift that you have, like the gift that you want to pay forward first to people is those that you care about the most, right? So don't forget about them. They need to be on your list. Okay, so you have your list of people. And it's power pocket number 2 time. It's time for you to send your connection message. So my team would pull up their Gmail Streak. They'll see the next 5 people on their list. And right then and there, they're going to send those 5 people a message. And this message has nothing to do with Beachbody, nothing to do with health and fitness, nothing to do with nutrition. I tell my people this is a message that's just like if you ran into this girl at Target and you would say, hey. So, you know, something along the lines of, Sarah, how's it going? It's been forever since we talked. Where are you working at these days? That's it. Or maybe, you know, it's someone that you don't know well and they're like a very cold market person. Then I will scope out their profile and I'll find something. I'm like, hey, I seen you just had family photos taken. Your family is amazing. They're so gorgeous. Like, where did you get that necklace that you have on? That looks really cute. I've been looking for something like that. I'm always asking a question, right? I'm asking a question. I want them to engage with me. What happens when you connect with people? People complain about the Facebook algorithm, but it's designed for connection, right? So what happens when you message people? So they're going to see you, and what are they going to do? They're going to click on your profile, and they're going to scope you out. Well, if you're doing your social right, they're going to look on there and see what you got going on, right? So that's where your social media is important, and we'll talk about that in a second. But so they're gonna scope me out, and then hopefully they're gonna message me back. And so, but in this power pocket of connection time, all I'm teaching my coaches to do, look at the list on Gmail Streak. You have 5 people. Send 5 people a message. Do not respond. Do not respond right now unless you have time to talk to them. We are working on our power pocket. Life is busy. So you send your 5 messages out and you set your phone down and you go live life. Go live. Go back into working or whatever the heck you need to do, right? So that's power pocket number 2. Maybe this power pocket happens right before they walk into work. Maybe it's as soon as they sit at their desk. But in 5 to 10 minutes, they can look at their list, be very distinct in what they need to do, send the connection message, move on. They're just going to move their little people from the list in Gmail Streak with a touch of a button. They're going to move them to connection message sent. So they're going to track that message. They're going to archive it, get it out of their inbox, and they're going to move on with life. Power pocket number 3, social media. So the next time that you pick up your phone, you're going to either craft a social media post that maybe you're going to post later, or you're going to post on social media if you haven't yet. Now, finally, I think that social media is getting to where in the news feed of Facebook or Instagram that it's not necessary to post 4 or 5 times a day. I think with the invention in stories that Facebook and Instagram has changed a little bit, that is more for stories and not necessarily the news feed. So I myself, and I teach my coaches the same, to post 1 to 2 times in the news feed on social media. Be aware of what times you're posting to do the best, and add value instead of worrying about, quantity, quality over quantity. So this is when my coaches are going to think about their posts that they may post later, whether it's going to be a call out, whether it's just going to be a lifestyle post, like whatever, or maybe they're going to go ahead and post on social media. Their choice, their business, but that's their social media time in Power Pocket number 3. Then they're going to put their phone away and they're going to move on. Power Pocket number 4, the next time they pick up their phone, they're going to do the dreaded inviting. Gosh, I used to hate inviting. Does any of you guys on here hate inviting? Does that make you feel icky and gross and you don't want to do it? I'm going to talk some life to you in just a second about inviting. Let me get a drink. So, I came into this business not wanting to invite, and I didn't invite for a long time. Gosh, this light keeps getting bright. I don't even have my light on. Anyway, so, inviting. So, all right, first people, you have got to change your mindset on inviting, because it's going to change your business. If you don't think the people on the other side can feel your hesitation and feel the negative energy in your head and the objections that you think they're going to give you, you're crazy, because they can feel it, okay? You have got to get yourself in a place that you feel so convicted about the gift that you have to give, that inviting is the favorite part of your day. Favorite part of your day. Do you know how much Beachbody has changed my life? And it has changed your life too, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. It's a gift that someone gave to you, or you're like me and you discovered on your own somewhere. It has helped me to get healthier. It has helped me to find my confidence. It's helped me to push outside my comfort zone. It's led me to talking to 90,000 people right here when I come from a small town of 200 people and never thought I would do something like this, right? It has totally made me a better mother, a better Christian, a better wife, a better leader. It has helped me to create community and friendship. It has helped me to help others change their lives. Like, good gracious alive, you have a gift that you need to give people. And sitting back and being quiet about it and not inviting other people to discover this gift that you have, you're being selfish. Selfish. Okay? You've got to get yourself pumped up and know that the person on the other side, that you have something that can transform their life, that can change the total direction of their life. That's what it did for me. And that's what it's done for so many other people. So you got to invite. You can't sit back and wait for people to come to you, because people are scared. They are blinded by the world of negativity and no hope. And you have hope. You have positivity, and they need you to reach your hand out to help them. Okay? So think about right now, how many people have messaged you this week and said, hey girl, how are you? Is there something I can do for you this week that's going to help you? I bet probably not anybody, if anybody has done that, right? We all are guilty of like running the rat race, okay? And like worrying about ourselves and our own family and all that stuff, that we forget to reach out to those others that may need us in our life, even those that we care about the most. Think about how much you stand out when you reach out to somebody and offer to help them break free from the place that they're in. You can transform their life. So you have to invite with conviction. And when you invite like that, inviting will become your favorite, because I used to hate it too, but now I love it. Okay? There's not enough time in the day for me to invite all the people in the world because they need this. Okay? So an example invite from me and what I help my team to do, okay, is remember they're connecting with people. Now when you start off your team and you're teaching them connections, they're moving these people from their list to connecting, okay, and then they that connection list is going to build over time when they do this every single day. So your earliest coaches may not invite yet via social, but again, don't forget about their friends and family, everybody that's watching them in person. They can invite them. They can start answering their questions and talking to them about it, right? So it doesn't have to be social. And some people and a lot of coaches in this business succeed with the cold invite, okay? And props to them. I don't succeed with that. I've tried it. I've never succeeded with it. It doesn't jive with me. It doesn't jive with my people. Okay, so I don't really cold invite. I build the relationship and connection, and that doesn't have to take forever if you're following the system. So when it's time for my coaches to invite, they're opening up their Streak app again, and they're going to their connections, the people that they've been connecting with over the last couple of weeks. Now remember, it takes some time to build this, right? We're not connecting with someone today and inviting them tomorrow. We're not friend requesting them right now, sending them a message to thank them for accepting our friend request, and then getting that weird message back like, do I know you? That's awkward. That's awkward. We don't do that. So they've been in connection message sent. We maybe had conversation or whatever. It may have been a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever, but it's kind of recent, right? So then we're going to send them the invite. And again, they don't have to think about who they're going to invite today. They have their list of people right there in Streak. They're not going to think about it. They're not going to judge it. They're not going to decide if that person's ready or not, because they're going to allow that person to say no, that they're not ready. We're not going to make that judgment for them. And so we're going to send them an invite. So my invite generally sounds something like this. Now, I think it's really important that if you're sending a text invite, I do send a lot of voice memos, but if you're sending the text invite, that your text, that preview has something for them that they want to answer, that they want to open, okay? That they don't think it's going to be a spammy hey girl message, okay? So my invite usually sounds something like, I need to apologize to you. How many of you guys are going to answer that message if somebody says that I need to apologize to you? You're like, what are you apologizing to me about? Okay, first of all, I say that because I that's how I feel. I need to apologize to you. I'm sitting here working on getting things ready for our next boot camp, challenge group, whatever you want to call it, okay? I'm sitting here getting things ready for bringing on more women, right? I'm getting things ready for my boot camp. And I realized I've never invited you to join us. You can say join. I've never invited you to find out more about it. I've never invited you. I need to apologize to you. I realize I've never invited you. These are my favorite thing ever, and this has totally transformed my life. I would love to chat with you more about it. And then I don't stop there. I say, how's your weekend? How's your week? Something like that. I'm connecting with them too, right? So not only if they're not interested, they're going to hopefully respond to me and know that I'm genuine. I care about them too, even if they're not ready for whatever I got going on, right? A lot of times you'll see though, when you've sent these connection messages, in the 2 weeks or so that goes between the connection message and the invite, a lot of these people you've connected with have already reached out to you and asked you what the Legacy Project is, what coaching is, what boot camp is, whatever, if you're doing your job on social media, right? So they a lot of times they've already made that transition, but if they haven't, then we're going to reach out to them and be like, I'm here to help you. I have something that can change your life. Do you want to talk about it? Okay, so that's what we do with those people. Okay, so then we like move them from connection message to invited. Okay, that's Power Pocket number 4. Sorry for the preaching. Okay, Power Pocket number 5. That is follow-ups. So the next time, again, I should say this in Power Pocket. My team is inviting these people. This is taking 5 to 10 minutes. They already know what they're going to say to these people. They know who they're inviting. They're pulling up their list. They're inviting the people, and they're putting their phone away. They're not answering their messages right now unless they have time. Their phone's away. They're living life. They're going to go live, right? We're not going to be tied to this phone all the time. They're going to go live. Okay, and then Power Pocket number 5 is the next time they pick up their phone, and that's when I teach my coaches to send follow-ups, if they have follow-ups to send. So obviously follow-ups are people that have told you no in the past. Using Streak helps you to never lose someone. So if they didn't respond to you, like, they don't leave my system. I just move them into, you know, something that works for your mind, but that tells me I need to build my relationship with them more, and I need to connect with them more if I heard crickets when I sent them a message. So I put them in another column, and then I'm going to reconnect with them again. Like, they're always going to hear from me and then tell they're like, get the flip away from me, girl, right? Because again, like, it's not like I'm pouring Beachbody down their throat, but like, they're going to know I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I care about you. Let's chat. So yeah, so follow-up. So follow-up is people, let's give them crickets, people who didn't respond, people, you know, whatever, wherever they are in follow-up. Somebody you sent the link to that hasn't completed, that's when they spend their follow-up time. Then they're going to put their phone away too. They're going to do their workout. They're going to do all that stuff. But guess what? It could be 3 p.m. in the afternoon. They've got their vitals done. Check. No power hour. Nobody's had time to sit down on a computer yet. But they've done all their behaviors, right? They've added to their network. They've connected. They've invited. They've done all of those things, right? And of course, like, there's not things like check into your challenge group and stuff like that. Like, that stuff can be fit in too, right? That doesn't take that much time, especially if you're running it as a community. You know that there's other coaches that have already checked in there, so you're good. You're good. Your girl's got your back, right? Okay? So then Power Pocket number 6, the last Power Pocket that we do is answer messages. Your inbox will have some replies at this point in the day. And you know what? Those people that are there, your time is valuable, and they're excited to hear from you. And when you sit down to have the conversation with them, you're going to be able to give them your attention, because all that you're focused on right now is them and that conversation. Even if they've waited 6 hours for your response, I guarantee you, if you're talking to them with conviction and heart, they're going to appreciate that you didn't just give them a short message back and send them some kind of stupid link, but instead you're like going to have conversation and find out more about them, okay? And so they're going to answer messages. For me, this often happens at like 8 or 9 p.m. at night. Once I get my kids and stuff asleep, I'll open up my inbox and be like, holy crap, here we go. You know, and you just start and you go through. But as a new coach, this makes things manageable, right? This helps them to not feel defeated at the end of the day that it's 9 p.m., I've got my workout in, I'm dead freaking tired, my kids have worn me out, I'm just mentally exhausted. The last thing I want to do is reach out to people, right? They've already done it throughout the day. So then, hopefully, they just have people to talk to and they're excited to engage. They talk a little bit, they message back and forth, and then boom, go to bed and start over tomorrow, right? So hopefully, like, that helps you. I think that things don't have to be complicated. Of course, there's more to coaching as you get going. Of course, I spend more time on my business now that I have a 4-star, almost 4-star team. Sure, I spend more time on the business, absolutely. But the new coach doesn't have to do that yet. The new coach doesn't have to do that yet. Your job as the leader is to get them to experience how good it feels to change someone else's life, to get them to earn some money, right? To give them some reward for helping somebody else, to show them that it's possible to build a business and escape the job that they hate, you know, or it's possible to build something that they're proud of. It's possible to help them supplement their family's income. It's possible. You have to show them, though, that it's manageable and it fits into their life just like our health and fitness fits into their life. So that is basically, that's Power Pockets. Like I said, we have a super simple checklist. Again, super busy. I love Canva. I love all the pretty images, and I love when you guys share all that pretty stuff. And but I don't have time to create all the pretty stuff. So if somebody wants to make this pretty and then share it with me, that would be great too. But it's super simple. But yeah, it's, you know, they can save it on their phone and they can just look at it. I just tell them to like put it in the little reminders app on their phone. You can check it off there every day. Put it in the notes of your phone. Like, you don't have to have a lot of information. You literally have 6 dots. Number 1, add to your network. Number 2, connect with people. Number 3, social media. Number 4, invite, follow up, and answer messages. I know somebody's going to ask me about Instagram stories and stories. We do use that. I love it. It's a powerful tool, but I don't overwhelm my coaches, especially in the beginning, with telling them to use that all the time. My goal is for them to like fall into that as we're seeing some success. I want to get them some quick wins. And then we'll start talking about more ways to build their business as we go on. So I do use those things, but they're not created in the Power Pockets. I just want them to get the vitals done, and then they can move into that kind of stuff once they feel more comfortable. And it is a natural progression to do it. Okay, so if I can leave you with anything today, I can tell you that if you're not doing things that work on your mindset, if you're not doing personal development every day, if you don't have your earbuds in listening and speaking truths to yourself and not the lies, if you don't understand the gift that you have in your hands, I invite you, gotta find that first, okay? You gotta find it first. And so do what you need to do, but this network has so much to offer you, and there's so much good stuff out there. So feed your mind truth and know that you can do it and that you have a gift, okay? Then speak truth on social media. Speak with conviction. Speak truth to your team. Embrace your team and do this together. Empower other people to change their lives. Create the way. Stop worrying about yourself and start worrying about how you can affect other people, okay? If you shift your mind from how can I succeed to how can I help them to succeed, your business will change. I would love it if one of my coaches freaking explodes and passes me on the Legacy Project, and I know that they will. And that's what's so freaking exciting, right? When you start caring more about other people's success than your own, your business will change. When you start caring more about other people's lives and changing their lives more than your own, your business will change, okay? So mindset, speak truth to yourself, speak truth to your team, speak truth to the people that need you. Okay, Beachbody Champions, it has been an honor. I hope something I said to you resonated and helps you make that switch and helps you and your team crush it. I'll drop that photo in the comments here in a little bit, and I'm excited. Love to you all. Go smash it and change lives. See you soon.